Coming up on Mountain News this morning, people across the U.S. remember thousands of lives lost during the deadliest terrorist attack on U.S. soil. And here in the Commonwealth, people take time out of their day to remember that tragic morning and honor the lives that were lost.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Chas Gayhart. It is 4:59 on Monday, September 12th. Let's go over and check in with Brandon. Not a bad start to a Monday morning, Brandon.
No, and here's the thing. After the cold front moves through and we get these dreary conditions out, it's sunshine, and it may last for a while this week. So it's going to be a touch cooler this afternoon and much nicer. Let's talk about the fog this morning, which is one of our major issues, but not too bad of an issue as we start out the door. Let's take a look at the map there, and you can see some spots, especially behind Jackson there. It might be in the valleys and not up at the airport because the airport's up on a ridge there. But again, many spots below that 5-mile threshold this morning. Logan's close at 6, but you've got Harlan, Middlesboro, and Williamsburg below the 5-mile threshold. So continue to be aware of that. Temperatures still dropping. I do believe they'll drop through mid-morning. And what I mean by that, 8, 9 o'clock. So it may take a little while, but you can see where the cold front has already passed through, back over toward Lexington, Louisville, Irvin, and Somerset, and then where it's not made it through yet, like Jackson and Hazard and Prestonsburg and Pikeville, even down toward Jonesville, still in the upper 60s. So a little extra for a lot of spots this morning, and it's going to be that way for everybody as we get deeper into the day. As the temperatures cool off, those dew points start to go down, and a very comfortable day ahead after the morning mess. Spotty chances for rain also possible this morning as well. Chas?
Thanks, Brandon. On Sunday, the nation marked the 21st anniversary of the 9/11 terrorist attacks by honoring the nearly 3,000 lives lost on that tragic day. At the September 11th memorial in New York City, family and friends read the names of their loved ones. While at the Pentagon, President Joe Biden attended a wreath-laying ceremony where he paid tribute to those killed there. President Biden also shared what he sees as a great lesson learned from that day.
Regain the light by reaching out to one another and finding something all too rare, a true sense of national unity. To me, that's the greatest lesson of September 11.
People lined up outside of Kroger Field last night to join a stair climb to honor first responders who lost their lives in 9/11. They each rang a bell and announced who they're walking for. Joseph Minogue was a New York firefighter who was there to help on 9/11. He says he comes to events like this to keep the memory of that day alive.
Stair climb goes to help so many people that we need to participate in that, helping people. And we have to remember what happened, not dwell on it, remember it, and pay the story forward.
Firefighters and first responders put on their gear to make the climb. The Lexington Fire Department and other first responders say they are grateful for the people who came out to support and remember those who lost their lives in 9/11. People here in the Commonwealth lost loved ones on September 11th. In Lexington, the uncle of a man who was working in the World Trade Center who died in the attacks. And 21 years later, Peter Barris remembers his nephew Paul Sloan and is reminded of him daily with photos framed in his living room.
He was, according to all the everyday people in his life, the nicest kid they came across. So the cleaner that he would take his clothes to, the doorman, everybody wanted to talk about what a decent person he was.
Paul studied history at Brown University. He was an offensive lineman at the school's football team and was a passionate San Francisco Giants fan. Those who knew him say he was a friend to all. A manhunt kept drivers stuck for hours on I-75 in Lexington. It all started around 2 o'clock Sunday afternoon on North Broadway, near the exit ramp onto I-64 and the I-75 split. Several police units, including Lexington Police, Kentucky State Police, and SWAT officials, were on the scene, including a helicopter flying overhead in the area. More than one armored vehicle was also seen arriving to the situation. A witness told us they saw police chasing a man with a gun.
We pulled off the exit. We had a flat tire. We're changing the tire, and we saw this man walking by us. We thought maybe he was hitchhiking, or he just kind of walked by us and was walking towards the woods. And then that's what we saw, the cops with their guns drawn, telling us to get down and hide behind the tire, that the guy had a gun.
The Lexington Herald-Leader reports the suspect surrendered and was taken into custody without incident. A University of Kentucky professor is facing sexual abuse charges. Kevin Real, the chair of the UK Department of Communication, is accused of sexually abusing a child under the age of 12. According to the Kentucky Colonel, police arrested him on Thursday. UK spokesperson Jay Blanton said the school is taking the issue very seriously. Real is on administrative leave and is not on campus. He's charged with incest, sexual abuse, and sodomy. A preliminary hearing is set for October 7th. Saturday was a day for breast cancer survivors in Louisville, a day to remember those who lost their fight. People came together for the Kentucky More Than Pink Walk, raising money for Susan G. Komen and breast cancer research. Stacy Scoviner volunteered for Komen years ago in memory of her friend. Then she was on the other side of things, fighting her own battle with breast cancer.
I'm very big about helping other people who are affected by this. I know exactly what they feel now. I know when someone's saying you're having a bad day, now I totally understand, because it's very hard to overcome this and say who you are as a person now, not just a breast cancer survivor, but I still want to be Stacy.
Scoviner says there is still a lot of misconceptions out there about breast cancer, so she's happy events like this help raise awareness. During the weekend, West Virginia Governor Jim Justice called for a special session of the state legislature to be held today. A new release from the governor's office says 2 items are being considered by the legislature. One is a bill establishing a certified industrial business expansion development program within the Department of Economic Development. The other is a supplemental appropriations bill that would transfer $150 million to the Division of Highways for secondary road maintenance. Governor Justice says the special session will be held 1:30 this afternoon. And thanks for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News This Morning. Coming up, a fire in Northern California continues to grow, causing thousands of people to flee their homes and businesses.
And some morning showers give way to sunshine and a much nicer forecast by this afternoon. But what about the rest of the week? I'll have the answer in about 3 minutes.